Perfect. So we've got a nice mixture here of some new, fresh projects, along with people who have been working with the platform for since 2003. So let's start off with a little bit of a softball question here for Troy. Troy, what do you think of my shirt today?
I think it's great.
Excellent. Yes. I decided we wanted to have a moment connected here, so I'm flying the Ralph Lauren colors here. I looked at my closet. I had some custom white shirts or some Curry Allen. I can't do that. I gotta go find that. Although I like the vest, it's a good look.
It's a new look for me. I would have never worn this before working for Roberta.
I mean, you must have the best wardrobe around right now.
It's pretty substantial. Yeah. I mean, I worked at Victoria's Secret for like 5 years with mainstream products.
I thought we were going to have a moment connected, but maybe not. So let's talk a little bit about Ralph Lauren, and you guys are doing some great things in the industry. Tell us a little bit about your brand and some of the CX challenges that you've been facing.
Sure. As a brand, you guys probably know we're a luxury, an aspirational luxury brand that focuses on lifestyle. We want to elevate every aspect of the lifestyle that you live, and that's kind of the Ralph Lauren mission. And to do that and to engage customers, we've always historically taken the approach that we want to touch every single customer in a unique way to add value and add their excitement about the Ralph Lauren brand as a whole. So historically, we've been in a situation where we didn't allow a lot of automation. We wanted to handle every customer as a contact. Does that mean you got the phone?
Everyone drop the phones. I drop. One drop.
Good troubleshooting.
And so as we moved down our journey, when we opened the contact center for Ralph Lauren in 2007, I would say we had the best technology 1997 had to offer. And we stayed on that technology until our cloud moved to Genesys in 2016.
Great. One of the things I admire about your company and brand is you're always trying to keep ahead of the competition. I mean, you're in a fierce industry. Retail is fast moving, lots of disruption there. So tell me a little bit about kind of that philosophy and then how it tied into the contact center modernization project that you embarked on in 2015.
Sure.
So at Genesys, we're fortunate enough to work across several different industries, retail, finance, government, and a lot of them, we talk about some of the business outcomes that you're looking to achieve, whether it's an increase in handle time, better customer outcomes, better experience. Switching gears here to Roberta for the Crisis Service Center in Canada, we're talking about a business outcome that's probably the most important, which is about saving a human life. And so we're honored to have you here today, Roberta, to talk about what's going on there at Crisis Service Canada with the Canadian Suicide Prevention Line, a project that you initiated. So can you talk us a little bit about the service there and what's transpired since November last year?
Sure, thanks, Kevin. It's actually interesting because I've been in technology a long time. This has been the most rewarding, it's been the most challenging project in my life, technology-wise, but it's also been the most rewarding, and lots of lessons learned for all of you folks. It was a 12-year journey of 10 small local distress centers who had a vision that no call would go unanswered. So they wanted to leverage technology, they wanted access to federal money that they couldn't get as little centers, and they wanted to become a big business in mental health and distress. So that was their vision. It took a long time. So March of 2016, they got federal money, not enough of course, it's never enough, but to start the SEED program. And I was engaged in March of 2017, just for a few hours a week. We just need you for a little bit, Roberta. Just validate some stuff. So the end of March, they signed me up as the program manager, project manager, and I didn't beat your record, but we did 181 days from no technology infrastructures, every type of PBX, telephony, LAN, computer system, desktop, known to humankind, these little centers that were anywhere from 5 agents, responders, to 110. Some of them they were all doing voice, some were doing experiments in text and chat. And when we went live November 28th, 2017, we did it all. So we did text, chat, voice 7x24, integrated into CRM. There's a unique distress center agent clinical application. I said, why don't we just throw that in? How hard could that be? Yeah, we'll just throw that in. And since then, the results have been astounding. But I think what really drove it, to your points, was a passion for the business leaders to want to use technology as an enabler to transform how they deliver suicide prevention, distress, and also to be a mental health platform for the future. So they had a vision, they didn't know how to get there. So they wrote it, they had an RFP, they had great consultants to help them write that, and then I helped implement it.
And since November of last year when you got started, how many lives have you helped save so far?
Well, the very first night we went live noon on the 28th. The very first night we had an 11-year-old girl in Toronto helped via chat from an experienced responder in Calgary, and with a lot of help of the 911 systems that we implemented and the hooks, we saved her life. We've taken 17,000. When I read the scripts, I was like, wow, this is like amazing. We've had, as a pilot project, but I'm not supposed to use that word because it's working and it's running. We have taken 17,000 contacts. We have 7 centers online, and we need another 35. We've got 750 volunteer responders doing this. And the numbers of how things, the results have been phenomenal. 3,800 people have been either in progress or seriously thinking about suicide when they contact us, when they call us, all ages. We've had one of the big numbers is, I had no idea until I started on this project, the cost for each one of us when you call 911 or use police in emergency is over $338,000 per occurrence in the healthcare system. We've got 107 situations where we didn't have to pull them in. And you guys talk about seconds, we have the opposite measures where a contact is about the quality and the results, not the minutes, but we still want to get them as short as possible. So these really well-trained responders and paid staff can take somebody from a suicide situation to a happy place. Voice averages 30 minutes, and text and chat averages 60 to 80 minutes, which is phenomenal. Our cost per transaction is $47.61. So we have saved $33.7 million out of your pockets. Your pockets. But using the right technology.
That's helped lead to 192 lives that you helped save?
Yeah, 197 as of last night. All ages, all genders, and there's some interesting stats. I'll be really quick here, but people thought, oh, well, young people are going to be the only ones using text and chat. Wrong. 62% of our transactions are what I call the new media, text and chat. All ages, 24 to 55-year-old males. You guys are using this media more than you did before. And we also, because we've married the clinical data with the excellent BCC data through our solution is hosted by Rogers. We have a lot of data that is so powerful for the Canadian healthcare system. So we can see what's happening to the people. We know the number of repeat loyals. We know where they're coming from, and we've got all running except I'm going to talk to you. But we have skills-based routing. We have media routing because of preferences, and yeah, so it's been phenomenal benefits.
Did you get pushback when you first designed the architecture? I would imagine there's a lot of sayers that it needs to be a voice platform we're putting in here. Why do we need to do an omni-channel, having email and chat and other channels for the stress line? Was there pushback on that? Or?
No, they said, when can you get the text and chat done? But we had no proof. We had no idea how much would it be used. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm sad to say, July 7th, we had to shut down text and chat. And we're hoping for between the 15th of October and the end of October. It was so wildly successful. We couldn't get our rates up past 20 to 25%. We do not have enough people to take the demand. So the Canadian need for this is just unbelievable. We are still continuing with voice 24 hours, and our text and chat is through our networks doing it. So it was the opposite. And the people of Canada want the new media, believe it or not. They don't want to wait 3 to 4 to 5 hours to get a response, but they prefer the new media. And they also, interestingly enough, our tagline was going to be nationally delivered, nationally designed, regionally delivered. A lot of the Canadians comment in the post-call surveys, they like the fact that somebody's from another part of the world, of Canada, and there's total anonymity. So it's not, there's no chance of it being a relative or a friend or somebody else taking their contact. So that's an interesting finding. And even we're trying to be as bilingual as possible, and going across all medias is an interesting challenge. But even people travel across languages and they don't care if they can get the help. So we've sort of gotten a lot of new data that we never had before that's been really powerful.
I mean, this is really quite an advanced project where you've got beforehand probably 10 to 12 disparate centers across the country.
72.
72. Yeah, you've now brought to one platform. You've got a low cost, I think it's $1.30 per interaction that's coming through.
Per minute, yeah.
And you've got it on all the channels. So talk a little bit about the technology behind all this. I know there's Genesys, what are some other components you put together here?
Sure. One other piece I'll just add, Kevin. If you think of an umbrella where Canada's Suicide Prevention Service, that's our first service. We also we're working with other governments and other organizations to have farm-based services, to have focused distress support. And PTSD and military, so they can go through the Genesys platform. So I said when we designed it, we said, okay, we're going to have like 100 different identities, brands, go through, and then our goal is to have like 10,000 different responders. So, and then we also needed concurrent licensing. So you asked us about the technology platform. The RFP went to different companies. Genesys was selected with Rogers as the cloud provider, because they had the VCC service offering. They also had the carrier services, the 800 services, the firewalls, the VPNs, and the capabilities. I think there are also Ted Rogers as an entrepreneur that supported small business. We're a really small business. So I think that was also a lot of, they make it work, do things first. iCarol is a Canadian, made in Canada distress center platform that is a world leader. Impact Mobile is the SMS integrator, and then Northern 911 is the 911 dispatch partner that we have. We also had all of the local distress center IT, telecom, network vendors. So we had 11 companies all together with 143 technology professionals worked all together, and then our 10-member board and the 7 locations. So a big, huge team, and then the 750 volunteers and responder staff. So the team was about 600 people altogether. We did it all virtually. We also built the company because the corporation didn't exist. So I was the founding CEO. And we had to build the virtual office and the team. So this platform is run by 4.5 people, that's it, with the 4 major vendors.
Really amazing to do that since November last year, and here we are today. So.
Yeah.
Congratulations, obviously the results speak for themselves.
Yeah.
You're saving lives out there, and I know everyone that's in distress really appreciates this service.
Yeah.
Last comments, can you talk a little bit about the future? What does it look like, and what do you need in terms of funding requests?
Sure. I'm really proud to say we were nominated for 4 different awards, and they all picked us. I don't know. This really is a story about Canadian collaboration, innovation, working together, our culture, competitors work together. We have the UK, we have Australia, we have other parts of the world interested in. You guys did that first. It's like, send in the Canadians, right? We always do things. So this was a perfect example. So from a technologies perspective, we need AI to help the back end of the process right now in baby steps, and then see how it can help coach the responders, because there's steps they have to follow. We need to expand our business intelligence, so we're looking for help there. And then we also are looking at social media integration. We have people every week say, when are you bringing Facebook Messenger, when are you bringing FaceTime, when are you bringing Google Plus, et cetera, so media distribution. The call to action is that right now, hopefully this month we're going to Parliament for long-term funding. Long-term funding is really only for those of you that run multimedia contact centers. Our ask is $17.2 million for 5 years. Sustainable funding. That's to run 150 seats, and to support that we anticipate that we're going to have about 150,000 contacts minimum per year. So we're looking to get the funding from different sources, and we have a fundraising firm. We're also looking to the Canadian tech sector. We're a prototype. Use us. We'll do like in kind, tax dollar receipts. You want to test something that makes a difference? So we're looking to, and also to other business organizations. And I really am very proud of the fact that Canadians came together and we're bragging to the rest of the world.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. Big round of hands for Roberta.
One last thing is, all of you probably know this, but you may not. 1 in 4 of these people in this room are affected or have thought about suicide in their lifetime. But 1 in 115 people are affected by each suicide. So we have also positively impacted 22,500 people, and we're getting people talk. So that's another reason why they said, come out here and tell the story, to get the conversations going, so that people know in Canada they have help. So thank you for the opportunity.
Moving along to Bruce from South